coming up next here on FS1. Let's head over to Colin Cowherd. Colin, what's on the show today?
You know, it's amazing how we criticize Lonzo Ball, but everybody seems to love all these young Philadelphia 76ers. We shoot straight, coming up next.
Thanks, Colin. Time for our final topic of the day. Last night, Markelle Fultz played for the Sixers for the first time since October. He finished with 10 points and 8 assists in 14 minutes. After the game, he was asked about his shoulder injury, but did not want to talk about it. Let's take a listen.
Markelle, did you do something to your shoulder, or did you just start feeling soreness all of a sudden?
When you play the cover.
Sorry. Go ahead, next question.
Is there a reason that you don't want to talk about the injury specifically?
Shannon, are you okay with how Fultz handled those questions?
Not really. He could have just said, look, guys, I dealt with the injury. I'm just happy to be back out here playing with my team, looking to make this, we're in the playoff, just trying to contribute. That's in the past. But to do it like this, I mean, now all you do is invite more questions to be asked like, okay, we know you had shoulder surgery. We know that's what kept you out basically since October. So by you being mum on it does not says, okay, you know what? I like that answer that he gave, so I'm good with it. No, it makes them want to ask more questions. Just like, hey, guys, hey, the shoulder, it happened. Moving on. I'm just happy to be back with my teammates.
I mean, in this game, he shot an air ball and got a shot block 3 times, so there has to be some humility. You're the first pick in the draft.
Right.
And all year long, you've been out with a mysterious, unexplained shoulder injury, and you can't even answer the simplest question that you could. You don't even give a no comment. You just ignore the questions. It got awkward. It got a little ugly there for a while where I'm thinking, come on, Markelle, you have a responsibility. I mean, Lonzo went second in the draft. You went first in the draft.
Right.
Lonzo's going to have to answer all these questions. He's answering on a nightly basis. What's wrong with your shot? You going to change your shot? And he just sits there game after game, and he answers as best he can.
It's not like they're asking him where the bodies are, Skip. They're asking him a serious question. All you have to do is like, look, guys, the shoulder injury is behind me. I dealt with it. I'm just happy to be back with my teammates. We're going to make this playoff. We're trying to go far. I'm excited to be back. Okay, you're done. But to stand there and blank, like expressionless, like they're not even asking you a question, like it's beneath you. Bruh, you're the first pick in the draft, okay? You're the first pick, and your shot was messed up. That's how you hurt your shoulder, because the shot was just like terrible.
Well, I don't know which came first, chicken or egg. I don't know, because I still don't understand how he hurt his shoulder, and that's all they want to know is just give us some idea. I did this, I did that, or I treated it, or to your point, you could just give kind of a non-answer answer.
Well, do it like old Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady cut his hand, handing the football off, telling you were dunking.
He didn't say that.
I know.
What?
God, Tom Brady made that story up. I handed the ball off to Burke.
Always about Tom Brady.
Yep.
That's it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin Cowherd tells you the difference between the Lakers and the Sixers' young talent. The Herd starts now.
This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Veteran newsman John Goulet joining me today. Figured second day in a row, might as well introduce you, John, the audience.
Appreciate that. You broke that big OBJ story yesterday.
Well, you know, the great thing about sports is all the emotion and the passion. That's the great thing about sports. But we also have to admit that as the emotion rises, the accuracy sinks. I've always said this. Go to a message board or a sports radio station right after a game, and people are fire the coach, dump the quarterback. As our emotions up here, our accuracy tends to dip. So I've always felt I'm kind of not the jury, not the defendant, not the prosecutor. I'm sort of the judge in this. I'm a judge. I come in, I try to take the emotion out of it. I've been saying that for years. So it's funny, last night, Lonzo Ball had a very, very good night for the Lakers. But there's an emotional connection to his dad, and a lot of people don't like his dad. His dad doesn't bother me, but a lot of people don't like him. So there's passion with Lonzo Ball. He is discussed. He is analyzed. You don't like his dad. His brother just declared for the draft, even though he won't even get drafted. With Lonzo Ball, there's a lot of emotion. He's a Laker. Magic said he's going to be a Hall of Famer. You hate the Lakers. Beat L.A. Hate, emotion, dad, crazy, LeVar. And a lot of emotion with Lonzo Ball. As the emotion rises for fans, the accuracy sinks. Everybody has been critical of Lonzo Ball, who played very well last night. And yet it's interesting, everybody loves all these young Philadelphia 76er players. Everybody loves these Philadelphia 76er players. So let me just take the emotion out of it. Lonzo Ball's averaging 10 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists as a rookie. In the last decade, 6 NBA players have done that. Maybe you've heard of them. LeBron, Westbrook, James Harden, Draymond Green, a guy you love, Ben Simmons, and a guy you think's overrated, Lonzo Ball. 10-7-7. And by the way, Ben Simmons has a star to pass to, Joel Embiid. Lonzo Ball's passing to Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, KCP, and when he's healthy, Brandon Ingram, Brook Lopez. By the way, Lonzo's doing 10-7-7. He plays in the West. In the history of the NBA, the Western Conference has never been deeper at point guards. Who's the 5th best point guard in the West? There's Harden, there's Westbrook, there's Steph, there's Chris Paul, there's Damian Lillard, who's getting MVP votes, top 15 player in the league. Damian Lillard, who will get MVP votes, who has been filthy all year, could be the 5th best point guard in the West. That's who Lonzo plays every night. Lonzo Ball has to guard those guys every night. Ben Simmons, who's been the de facto point guard for the Sixers this year, he's been controlling the point. The best point guards in the East are tiny, always hurt Kyrie Irving, hurt again. John Wall, hasn't played. Kyle Lowry, can't really shoot. Kemba Walker, his team tried to trade him this year. And Eric Bledsoe, who once played in the West, and nobody knew it. He was invisible. So let's go to the 10-7-7 Western Conference Lonzo, who we've overanalyzed, over-scrutinized, over-criticized. Let's go to the rookie year of Joel Embiid, who y'all love. Oh, he didn't play a game. Nor did he play a game in his second year. And you love him. Ben Simmons, rookie year. Okay, let's go to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was inactive. He didn't play a single game. Okay, Markelle Fultz. He debuted last night. People cheered because he hit the rim. Yeah, they put him in the witness protection program this year to hide how bad his shot had faltered. You all love the Sixers' young players. You love them. Embiid, social media star. Ben Simmons, best all time. Markelle Fultz, don't you dare criticize his wacky shot. Markelle Fultz just got released from witness protection. Joel Embiid, year 4, still playing 31 minutes a night. That's it. And Ben Simmons hasn't made a 3 in the NBA career. He won't shoot him. He can't hit him. I'll give you another example of the criticism and how lopsided it is because of LeVar Ball, Magic, and expectations. It has been well documented that Lonzo is not a very good free throw shooter. That's been discussed, talked about, a narrative, and it's true. Lonzo Ball is not a good free throw shooter, which is sort of problematic because he's a guard, a point guard. He's going to be handling the ball late in games. So that's a story, and we've talked about it a lot, and that's totally fair. But you know who we haven't talked about that's also a lousy free throw shooter? Ben Simmons. And nobody talks about it. Before you fall in love with Embiid, Simmons, and Markelle Fultz, examine their rookie years. And then examine Lonzo's in the far superior West with the most loaded deck of point guards in my life, where Damian Lillard feels like a night off after facing Steph and Westbrook and Harden and CP3. Lonzo's going to be fine. He's facing better competition, more scrutiny. The loaded West, Magic's initial hyperventilating. Last night he was really, really good, like he's been on several nights this year. And unlike Embiid and Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz, he's been available his rookie year. All right, I want to shift to this. Adam Schefter is a sparky young reporter out there in NFL land. Don't know him personally, heard of him. He apparently be breaking stories on an almost regular annual basis. He's got a tweet this morning about the Giants' new head coach, Pat Shurmur, on Odell Beckham Jr. The quote is, "He's on our team right now." You ever see a restaurant, you drive by it, and it's got that under new management sign on it? What that's really saying is nobody ate here. You do realize the Giants, not only literally but figuratively, are under new management. They just haven't put the sign up yet. We know the Niners and the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. They've advertised, hey, under new management here. We're changing the menu. But the Giants are a proud franchise with a couple of Super Bowls in the last, 10, 15 years. They're removing the awning. They haven't put the sign up yet. You do realize they're rebuilding too, just like Indy and Cleveland and Buffalo. They let JPP go, their bench manager. Their top offensive lineman is center. He's gone too. And Odell Beckham, according to Adam Schefter, is on the trading block. Yeah, the Giants are rebuilding. You do realize Philadelphia, Washington, and the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I went to Pro Football Focus, the grades last year in the NFC East. Here's the top 15 players in the NFC East. I'll just give you the team they play for. Dallas, Philly, Dallas, Giants. Philly, Dallas, Giants, Washington, Philly. Oh, they don't have many great players. One of them they have is Odell Beckham, and he's not overly durable and about to get absurdly expensive. The Giants have the fourth best talent in the NFC East. You do know that, right? You know they're not close to Philadelphia. According to grades at Pro Football Focus, the Cowboys have 10 picks and have one real need, safety. Dallas has better players. And let me make the argument, so do the Washington Redskins. Alex Smith is better than Eli. They've got an elite corner, Josh Norman. Chris Thompson's a wonderful third down back. Jordan Reed, Ryan Kerrigan. Trent Williams, a better left tackle right now than Nate Solder. In the NFC East, there is only one position, maybe two most, the Giants have the best player. Wide receiver. New York, it's not difficult. You're rebuilding. You're under new management. You're changing the menu. You're just too proud to acknowledge it. You're fiddling around with the awning. Buffalo, Cleveland, Indy, they're all telling everybody. San Francisco, yep, we're under new management. We're not too proud. We'll trade down. And the New York Giants, in the next 24 hours, could get 6 draft picks really easily. They could trade the number 2 pick, Arizona, Buffalo, and get 3, 4 picks. They could get Cleveland, Odell Beckham, and get 2 more. What are you waiting for? Never forget that under new management is basically acknowledging nobody ate here. Our menu sucked. The Giants right now, it does with both of those. You've got an opportunity. Don't be too proud. Don't get caught up in your history. You're the 4th most talented team in your division. You could move a pick and a non-durable wide receiver and rebuild in a day. Do it. Good to have you in. Absolute pleasure. Really is. Boy, yesterday, sparks flying on the show with Steven Jackson. I never heard a guy call out a team harder than Steven Jackson, a former Spur, called out the San Antonio Spurs Doug Gottlieb did as well, and this is a respected organization. Coming up next around the corner, there's a reason they did it. He is a star player. Why the Rams went after Ndamukong Suh, according to my sources, that's coming up next. 66% of men lose their hair by age 35. When you start to notice it, it's too late. It's easier to keep what you have than to replace the hair you've lost. Go to forhims.com. It's a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. I was actually on a flight this weekend, and I was reading an article. I think it was like Esquire magazine, and they were talking about forhims.com. It's a great place for guys who want to be sometimes discreet to go for wellness. Forhims.com right now, a trial month, $5 today while supplies last. FORHIMS, forhims.com/Colin. No waiting rooms, well-known generic equivalents to name brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair and more. This is not snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. Forhims.com/Colin.